I stopped going to therapy, probably not a good idea. Recently stopped because I found out my therapist smokes weed, which I don't have a problem with weed, but we can't both be high. At that point, we're just hanging out. One of us has to be sober for this, so I stopped. I found out because he described some feelings I was having as trippy, which is not allowed in session. I was talking and he was like, wow, that's really trippy. And then we made eye contact. And I was like, you're fired. Get the hell out. Oh, I guess it's pretty groovy. I require physical touch because I don't remember holding my mom's hand. Guess it's pretty far out, dude. Stopped going. I don't think I need therapy, honestly, despite everything I've said so far. I don't think it's necessary. I used to think I was depressed. I used to think I had really bad depression, but anytime I think that, it usually turns out I just don't have enough money. Does anyone else realize this recently, that being broke and being depressed are the same thing? They have identical symptoms. I don't eat as much, I don't see my friends, stop doing the things I wanted to do. The time in our country's history when we were all the brokest was called the Great Depression. Pretty simple. I don't think money buys happiness. I think that's true. Like, I don't think that you can purchase happiness with money. I think money is happiness. I think we created a point system, and now we don't know what to do at all. That's why debt is so cool, because debt was like, we had this system, and then we were like, what if you could rent happiness? And then everything just got completely destroyed. It's so cool. If anyone in here is a financial planner, I have been renting a lot of happiness in the form of CBD lattes, specifically. If anyone... Not a necessary purchase. I should probably go back to therapy. Oh my gosh. I did quit therapy. I'm still trying to take care of myself though, so at the same time as I quit, I also started skateboarding. Oh no, do I have insurance? Absolutely not. What a huge mistake this is going to turn out to be for my entire family. I don't actually skate very much though. I mostly just go to the skate park and then leave because I'm afraid of teenagers. Teens are very scary. They have their own language now. They talk to each other in this completely other way that I didn't think I was old, and then I heard the teens talking and I was like, this is too much. Like, I went to the skate park, they have this thing they keep saying whenever I show up, they're like, you're too fat and old to be here, and I just don't know what that means. Is that flossing? What did I stand. And then I leave. They keep throwing firecrackers at me. Probably gonna go. I am too fat to skateboard. I realize that about myself. I have been losing weight, which feels good. Feel a lot healthier. None of my friends have mentioned anything, which feels like a hard way to find out that I'm just not attractive. I feel like that's probably what that means. Is people are like, pass. That I could whittle this down to a cute boy, but no dice. I know I'm not hot because of the amount of accessories that I can wear without seeming deranged. If anyone tracks that. I get one watch, that's what I'm allowed, without seeming completely insane. I would love to wear a bracelet. Are you kidding me? If I wear a bracelet to a party, people are going to ask me if my dad died. That's the world that I live in. I get like maybe a medical brace. That's probably... I want to wear driving gloves so bad. People are going to think I'm about to shoot up a building if I wear Italian driving gloves, just looking like I should be downshifting on an Italian freeway. I want it so bad. There's some things that are just only for hot people. That's just the sad truth. I think the most, like the holy grail of hot people things is probably the jacket from Drive. I think everyone knows that. Like that, Ryan Gosling is a hot guy. Everyone agrees. He wore the jacket, and people are like, well, that's a hot man. He's one of the hots. But if I wore a Scorpion jacket, you would all be like, that guy drinks a lot of Mountain Dew, probably. That guy plays weird games, I think. The dungeon master of a game that's not Dungeons and Dragons. What I would have to assume. Oh, so brutal. That one never quite feels as good to get the laughs on, honestly. I'll know I've lost enough weight when people are like, yeah, you totally pull it off. Oh gosh. I'm medium intelligence. Just right off the bat, not a lot of people realize that about themselves. I realized it. I used to think I was smart, and that was definitely not true. And so I thought I was dumb for a long time, because that just seemed like the only other option. But there's another, you can be medium. I didn't know that. Every story that's ever been told is about a really smart person or a really dumb person. But I just want to see one movie where the character, like the hero, has to pull out their phone to do like a simple math problem. Just one time. A lot of people don't know what I'm talking about when I talk about like medium intelligence. Here's some examples. Like, I believe in science. Okay? I believe that science is the best tool that we have as a species to discover the truth about our universe. But anytime I picture science, I still just picture electricity. Any field of science or branch. Chemistry, physics, library science, it's all two prongs with an electric bullet. I know Smash Mouth is a bad band, but I don't understand why. And I think I love their music. No one will explain it to me. I read a lot. That's a smart person thing. I love to read, but I never look up any word I don't already know. Which is not what you're supposed to do when you're reading. Is you're supposed to find a word that you don't know, and your brain's supposed to be like, aha, an opportunity to learn. And then you look up the word, and then your world's a little bit bigger. What happens in my brain when I see a word I don't know is my brain goes, damn, that's crazy. And then we move on. And I don't know half of what the things I read are, so... And I vote. Oh boy. I used to drive Postmates. That's a very medium intelligence job to have. That's probably the most, I think, if anyone's counting. I actually really loved driving for Postmates. It was like just delivering food to people. It was one of my favorite jobs I've ever had because it brought me a lot closer to my dream job, which is obviously to be captured by a rich person and hunted for sport. Seems great, seems very relaxing. I think I'd be very well suited for it. I thought it was gonna happen recently. I really thought I was on track. This couple asked me to help them move. I like delivered food to them late at night and they're like, can you help us move? And I was like, you're gonna fuck me or kill me. And I am fine with either. I will sign up. Also, I can't pass up any opportunity to prove I'm a very strong boy, so. And I did. I was like a lot stronger than the guy even. I was like, I helped them move. They didn't kill me or fuck me. I just helped them move, and I was like way stronger. He was like having trouble moving something up, and I was like having no problem. And it's the best feeling I've ever had in my entire life. I think that's something we forget about, like when we talk about toxic masculinity or whatever. It's like the cause of a lot of problems. Obviously, it's a very negative thing on our culture and our society, but one thing we forget is that it can make me feel really good. And I don't want to ask any of my friends personal questions about their days. It's going to be a hard road to fight back on that one. We're winning against toxic masculinity in some ways. There's good things happening. It's no longer optional to eat pussy if you're a straight male. That's great. Sorry guys, I feel like there's always pushback here. Like some guys are like, well I don't. Well, you're a monster. You're an actual monster if you don't. It's just required, it's not an option. But I don't trust any guy who talks a lot about being really good at eating pussy. Guys who brag about it, that's very weird to me. Like, personally, I think eating pussy should be like karate. If you're good enough at it to be notable, I'll have heard about you. someone will have pointed you out at a party or an event. I also think it's like karate in that you should master it so that you need never use it. Oh, it doesn't make sense at all. Thank you very much. Give it up for your host.